everyone, welcome to our homestead. Lucy had her bunnies a few days ago. It's been 4 days now. It's been so cold that I didn't want to come out here and open them up and take pictures or videos for you guys, so I'm going to bring you along and show you how they're doing today. There they are. So this time she only had 4 of them. Last time she had 8. And this is what they look like when they're teeny tiny. Look at that. They're so sweet. Now, one of these is really teeny tiny. Look at, can you guys tell the difference in size? And they're already 4 days old at this point. I really wasn't thinking this tiny one was gonna make it. But I decided to give him a chance anyway. And so far, I mean, he's still alive. These guys are really squirmy when they're first born, and they won't open their eyes until they're about 10 to 14 days old. When she first gives birth, I don't usually get in there that first day. I want to give her time with them. Unless one of them is outside the nesting box or it looks like there's a problem, I'll just leave them in there. But if I come in and see that they're squirming underneath all that fur, but they're all covered up, then I will just leave them alone. And then on the second day, I'll come and just slightly uncover them and feel around, count them. If there's any problems, like I said, if any of them haven't survived, then I will pull those out. But aside from that, I just leave them tucked in and covered up. Lucy's doing a really great job taking care of those babies. She will only feed them twice a day, and if you plan on raising rabbits, that's important to know. If you go in and you notice that she is feeding them, you want to walk away and leave her alone, because she will feed them in the morning and then late in the afternoon, early evening, so you don't want to interrupt that feeding time. That's also important if you're going to be taking them out of her cage at any point, to make sure that you return them quickly. So again, if it's that feeding time, you don't want to interrupt that. I feel like at this point I need to address something that's maybe a little bit touchy about rabbits, and that is the question, will rabbits eat their young? The short answer to that is yes, possibly, sometimes. It might happen if it's her first time having babies. It might spook her and kind of freak her out, so she might kill them. That's a possibility. I've done a little bit of research, and to the best of my understanding, the number one reason why a rabbit would eat her young is for safety reasons, if she feels like she's being threatened or just overly stressed. So that's important to know. If it's especially her first time having kids, you want to make things as calm for her as possible. Give her her space, give her her room. Don't get in there and try to interact a lot. Like I said, if it's that first day, just leave the babies alone unless you know that there's a problem. You may have noticed too that I have a lot of pine cones in her cage with her. That helps her to de-stress. She'll chew on those pine cones. You can put some sticks in there too. Just anything to kind of help to keep her calm will help with that. If you have other animals around, cats, dogs, make sure that those animals are kept away while she's having those young ones. So again, that it doesn't freak her out, especially if it's her first time around. For the most part, under normal circumstances, rabbits should not kill their young. So if it's been past her first litter, if you're on her second litter and she's still doing that, she's probably just not going to be a good mom. There are maybe times too when those babies are not healthy, which is why I said I was really thinking that small one wasn't going to make it, because I really thought that she was going to just stop feeding him. But it's also possible that because she had such a small litter that she was okay with that, because it wouldn't be uncommon if they have a little runt like that for her to remove them and avoid feeding that one, to make sure that she has enough feed for her other babies. So again, it's important for her to feel safe. Enough water, enough food, no major distractions, kids running in there and wanting to play with the little ones. Anything like that can really spook her, especially if she's a young mom. Now, I'm not sure why she had such a small litter this time. Last time she had 8, and this time she only had 4. So I'm thinking, and I'm not an expert, if someone out there is an expert, please give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it. A couple of things that I'm thinking could have contributed to that. Number one is either a really cold weather. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. My other thought is maybe I'm being too good to Mr. Rabbit, to Ricky, and he may be overfed and maybe a little overweight, so that could be it. I'm not sure. I'll need to do a little more research. I am obviously not an expert on raising rabbits, but as I'm new on this journey, I'm bringing you guys along too, and as I'm learning, maybe you can learn something new with me. I'm really enjoying having these rabbits around. I will say that. We do raise our rabbits for meat. Our goal here on the homestead is to become more sustainable and be able to grow and raise our own food. So we'll bring you guys along with us as we're learning how to do this. I'm so glad you all came along. Thank you for following me today. Thank you for visiting our channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma, and if you have not subscribed yet, I would ask you to do that. Please give us a thumbs up and stick around. Come along with us and see how this homestead journey is working out for us. Maybe it'll inspire and encourage you to do the same. Until next time, you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.